lint.
So I blend right in.
Yep, into the shadows.
Yeah.
And of course, whatever you chose to wear, I don't think you've got a picture for us, but are you basically wearing a short dress and any colors? Type of description for the outfit?
Sorry, I'll link it. Well, I'll have to link it again.
You got it.
That worked?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yep, it worked. Not a...
Oh, there's a few glowing spots there.
Yeah.
Again, perfect condition of your clothing. Though you two ladies are almost the opposite of what you experience. As you get into the club more, you've got black lights going, and you've got a lot of fluorescence happening. You see some people that have got fluorescent lipstick on, or they've got tattoos that are glowing under black light. Some people are wearing outfits that are suggested, like the outfit in normal light is like a simple dress or whatever, but under black light, you've got these accentuating curves and little symbols drawn all over their bodies. They're just coming out with the outfit. Other people look like they've got body paint on for parts of their bodies. A lot of them have these little glowy rings around their wrists. Some of them have several of them. Some people are throwing some of these rings up and they're just hovering above a group of them and they're just dancing under the ring. There is a couple of poles that have people dancing. One side seems to have very buff-looking dwarf that has shaved his face and has little biker shorts on, hiding a huge package, apparently. He has no hair on his body except for a little tuft of hair on the top of his head, which is odd for a dwarf. He's basically waxed his entire body, and he's dancing by one of the poles. And on the other side is another individual, which is a female, and she is also a dwarf that seems to be painted in body paint and may have a bikini thong on. You're not too sure, as she dances on the poles nearby. Stocky and round.
Awesome.
You also see a whole bunch of other people on the dance floor. The way it is when you walk in, you've got two possible entrances. It opens up in a giant half hexagon type of shape. There are tables off to the sides of the first curve of the hexagon, well, the shape of the hexagon. The far flat edge of the hexagon has this massive bar. All the bottles of booze glow under the lighting conditions. And you also have a bunch of black columns that have been painted in types of glyphs and Japanese caricatures all over the place. And because they're put on black, it gives this illusion of just these symbols floating in the air, but they're actually on support beams and columns so you don't bump into them and stuff like that. Music is very tense. You also see on the left-hand side, there's 3 glowing monitors that are up above this desk area. There is an elf there, a Japanese elf, that seems to have a headset on. He's got earphones on, and he currently looks like he's playing with the music that you are hearing around you. Behind this large bar are 2 doors either side of it, both of which look like they've got big, strong bouncers standing. Their cybernetics seem to have little lights and glows on them as they seem to be staring casually into the crowd.
Luna is just totally dancing to the music, like, quietly and softly, but she is definitely bobbing her head to this music. She's enjoying the music.
Alright, what about you, Rain?
She's probably dancing her way toward one of the yeah.
Alrighty. The next song that goes into it is an odd mixture of a high-paced beat. There is some sort of electronic guitar mixed into it, and the female vocals sound like a small Japanese girl, but she seems to be belting them out better than any other metal singer in her cutesy voice as the guitars and fast beats start to fill the area. Rain, somebody grabs your wrist, not tight or anything, just to help pull you into one of the dancing circles, and another person offers you a freaking glass of a drink or something, as you got a couple of elves that have seen you and have pulled them into their circle, and you got a couple of female elves and a guy elf that have made their own little dancing group. They just saw you and just pulled you into their circle, and you don't know if the chick offered you a drink or asked you to hold on to it as she was now dancing with all her hands and all that stuff. Do you ignore, or do you stay with that group that suddenly tried to pull you in?
Sure, what the hell, you only live once. I'll drink and join the
No problem.
circle.
It's a nice, strong rum drink of some sort. It's got some sugary pop in there, but the amount of rum kind of hides what pop's supposed to be in there.
It's fine.
No problem. And so you guys are standing there. Rain starts working her way to the bar, and then you lose track of her in the dance club. Next person. Lynn? Or Deadeyes?
Actually, I would go head to the bar real quick, Val.
Deadeyes. Elf, right? Yes.
Yes.
Very good
I'll
looking,
grab
right?
Deadeyes if I see him.
The same ladies and apparently Rain pull you into a circle. No drinks offered to you, mind you, but you're just offered to dance in there. You see one of the girls, she kind of grabs the edge of your jacket and kind of wafts it as if she's trying to cool you off about, oh my god, aren't you hot in this jacket kind of thing, and she's trying to take your jacket off. You had a cowboy hat, right?
It shits to be on, yes.
Alright, the other girl grabs your cowboy hat and kind of puts it on herself. It's a bit big for her head, but she now is dancing with your cowboy hat on. Woo! And she's doing like little lasso motions or whatever. Wee-haw! Kind of going on, and she's giggling away.
Oh, Rain will grab the hat back and put it on her head, because this is her friend. You don't touch her friend's hat.
Okay, no problem. So, you seem to be delayed. Let's cut to the next person. Lynn? Do you try to move across this dance floor?
I'll stick with Waylon and Ivanhoe, wherever they go.
No problem.
Not really a party person.
Give me a second. So, what are you guys doing, Wayland, Ivanhoe?
We're probably heading to the center of the dance floor.
So, the troll, are you guys both heading to the center of the dance floor?
I'm heading to the DJ.
Oh,
Heading to
yeah.
the DJ. So, you just following then?
We gotta make our song requests.
Alrighty. Where is it?
And, hold on here, where am I? Gotta pick the right channel here. Madness and Stu's head.
You're putting them. You're actually putting. You know.
And it goes into where?
Oh, there's a music. Second.
Shit.
Yeah. Images and music.
Fuck it. Control V. There. I am instructing that song gets played.
That's not Elvis.
Alrighty. Alrighty, give me a second. And where is she? Just sharing on a sheet with you guys. And where is...
Yeah, I was just wondering if something messed up with the thing, because the whole screen just got covered.
This large brute of a woman kind of works her way in and moves herself up to Ivanhoe.
Oh my.
She is...
Ivanhoe made up.
I'm just making sure this comes through for the cameras. But basically, this one troll, she's got a pinkish feather boa. She's got her body is very curvaceous, and she's got a corset-style vest on, which accentuates her very large breasts that barely have a little bit of material to cover them, ready for
Good meet you some, Ivanhoe.
And she's also got fishnet stockings on, and she doesn't have normal stiletto heels because of her stocky build, but she's got the flat-based heels, basically the wedge shape that kind of widen out at the bottom. Okay, somebody's spinning her now. There we go. And she basically just kind of comes up, and as you're heading to the DJ booth, Waylon's leaning over, kind of making his request, and the elf's going, ah! And he says something in really fast Japanese, you know what I mean, to you. And she just kind of comes up and grabs the gigantic collar of that suit, and she grabs either corner of that suit, and she just smiles and says in a very fluent Japanese, "Now who might you be?" Kind of smiling and smelling of vermouth.
I'm your next distraction.
At that point, she just smiles and starts pulling you away from Wayland to one of the booth areas.
Disappear into the crowd. Yeah, you're on, Moyle.
I'm on it.
So that's now leave the two.
Play it
Lina.
in Japanese. I fire back. You're gonna play that song, or I'm gonna stick my boot so far up your ass you're not gonna shit right for a week, kid.
At that point, he pauses, kind of goes, and you see him starting to quickly do a quick type on his computer, and he's looking for a song title. Stick that boot up your ass. So far, he's trying to type that song title in. He gets a couple of death metal tracks that match up to that phrase for you. He kind of shrugs, kind of shows you the death metal tracks that he's kind of talking about.
Yeah, works. Give him a thumbs up.
All right. Okay, starts going on to that.
Not exactly what I wanted, but fuck it.
Alrighty. Pog champ. See, this is a Pog. There you go. Before it was a trendy game in the 90s for those kids that grew up in the 90s. Don't mind me, I was just at bars drinking and hoeing, I'm just saying. But anyways, you know.
I was busy playing with Pog.
But yes, just the tokens are Pogs. Alright. And yes, so what do you do? Head to the dance floor then yourself?
He has a shadow.
Wayland?
Yeah, then head to the dance floor.
You get it. And, well, he's heading to the dance floor. Lynn, what do? You got a choice of following the troll into the dark corners, or you can go to the dance floor with Wayland, or just stand by the DJ's booth and kind of bob your head.
I'm grabbing her. She's not going to get a chance.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Deadeyes, back to you. You're about the only person that hasn't easily accepted the fact that you've been pulled into the dance floor, or have you?
Still, I start dancing.
Do you take your jacket off?
No.
Good, because you might expose the weapons. You gotta, Yep. Alrighty. At that point, that one elf that's beside you, though, she's constantly making that gesture that, aren't you hot under all that? You know, that type of thing. And every so often, she rubs the back of her hand up your neck and around your jaw area as if she's checking your temperature. The other girl is pouting ever since the hat was taken away from her, and she's got these little pleady eyes and she's looking at your hat.
If Deadeyes is uncomfortable, I can make that stop.
She almost has this big sister look about her now, like she's protective of you, Deadeyes.
Are you uncomfortable? Because I'll make it stop.
And I start speaking to the other one in German, just shouting German at her.
In German?
Yes.
Okay, at that point, she has that, her head's wobbling a bit, her jaw's slack a little bit, as and she says in Japanese, "What was that again?"
I just shout louder in German.
Alright.
What was it?
And then somewhere in the dance crowd, somebody yells out cheers in German. Unfortunately, I do not know that. But
Proust.
basically,
Proust.
Proust, yeah. Proust is just yelled out by somebody else that just happened to hear you yelling in German. He probably couldn't make out what it was, but he heard the word, he heard German. It's Proust comes out from somewhere else, you know. But, yeah, so she just kind of shrugs and gives up and continues dancing now. She has no idea. What are you armed with, Ivanhoe?